One thing I'll share, we can't expect our clients to review the cyber policy line by line. So as a broker, that's really my job. I really have to read these policies to ensure that they're adequately protecting our clients. So the benefit I found is that cyber policies are very customizable, which is important because law firms' exposures are going to be very different than a nonprofits or manufacturers. Can you share some examples of how cyber insurance can be tailored?
Absolutely. It is customizable. You can tailor it to your customers. A couple examples of where I would think about that. One would be like for a manufacturer, they have that unique exposure with SCADA systems and ICS systems where they might have robotics that could be hacked. So I would recommend manufacturers look into bodily injury and property damage coverage. I insure a lot of real estate and typically asks to have coverage for individual contractors. So instead of having our named insured read as an employee, we'll actually add an endorsement on to provide coverages for the independent contractors too.
So if the independent contractor is using a computer system or application that the real estate firm is using, and that gets hacked, let's say the individual contractor makes a mistake and lets in a bad actor, the policy will cover that.
Correct. And that's the main concern there, is that often these real estate companies have thousands of folks working for them. None of them on paper are an employee, yet all of them are using the systems and maybe even the hardware too that connects to the parent company. With real estate risks, I always get the question, is funds transfer fraud provided for funds held in escrow? And the answer is yes. That's something we do offer by default for our law firms and risk.
Yeah, you mentioned law firms. I was just going to say law firms handle escrow accounts. We also find it too with financial firms such as financial advisors, others who are managing other people's money. So if that money gets wired out to the wrong actor, we want to make sure other people's money are covered as well.
Correct. And we actually have an endorsement that amends funds transfer fraud. So instead of the funds being held by the insured, it's funds the insured's holding on behalf of others. So that's a key point.
Matt, I want to thank you for joining us and really appreciate you sharing your expertise on this important topic.